You'll do it. That's amazing. I'm here
One,
for it. Okay.
two,
Okay. Sorry. Okay, go.
Okay, we're gonna
One,
edit that out.
two,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
three.
edit it. Okay. Oh my gosh.
This is great.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh God.
Perfect. That works. That
Brilliant.
works.
Brilliant.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
welcome, guys.
We're
Hi.
where's the flag? We're on our 10th episode. So we're pretty excited. You guys just hit your second season, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. How long have y'all been with Talking Flag?
About February time that we started this year. So it
This year.
Yes, this year.
Okay.
So what, like 10 months or
Wow.
nearly?
You guys
That's
have
right.
grown so much. That's awesome.
Fun. Okay, well, we have Tika and Ambra with us. We're so excited to have them on and just interview each other, talk about our background in football. And like the differences that we see, because we're here in the US and y'all are Italy and in the UK, right? You're UK. So we're excited to dive into this. So Ambra, Tika, either one of you want to go first and just kind of talk about your background? I know y'all played soccer too, so it's just like kind of touch on
Background
that.
sports,
Yeah,
and then how you got to flag football, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Teek, should I start?
Go ahead.
First of all, girls, thank you for the invitation. It's really nice to be here and to do this collaboration between the US and Italy/UK. Yes, so we come from a pretty sporty family, I'd say. Our dad was a semi-professional soccer player, so we got into soccer pretty early. We were early for Europe, so we were 12 years old when we
Right.
started playing soccer.
Wow.
So we were actually going. We were on our way to the national team in the Netherlands because we grew up in the Netherlands. But
Oh,
we both,
really?
That's cool.
yes, we were actually, we had plans to play soccer at a pretty high level. And then, I tore my ACL when I was 17, and then when I was 19.
Oh, what?
Yes, twice. And then my
The
sister
same
tore
knee? No
both.
way.
Yes, left and right. My sister too, left and right.
Yeah.
So yes, so that basically marked the end of the soccer career for us. Also because we were studying and we were actually moving abroad for this little experience. It was an internship for me, and for Tika it was an extra year for studies. So we moved to Portugal when we were like 20 years old.
Okay.
And that's actually where we started playing flag football. But maybe Tika, you want to talk about how that happened?
Yeah.
Right. So we met some people, we met some guys, and they were like, oh, we play football, like American football. Do you want to come for a tryout? We actually want to start this girls team.
Like someone like on campus, like at your school, that just was like.
No, so we got friends basically. We were going out. Where did we meet these guys? I can't even remember. Probably going out.
You're going out.
Yes.
Loads of people. And they were like, okay, we play American football. We want to start this girls team. We're going to do a tryout. But actually, we're going to play flag. That's what they said initially, right? So we were expecting flag football.
Well, they were not clear about this.
And this was like as in tackle.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Okay.
So they were playing tackle football, right? These guys. And we knew what American football was. We just never really watched the game or were actually interested in the sport at all because it was not a thing in, where we grew up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So then these guys, we got pretty close with them and we started watching their games, started watching the NFL. And then we were like, okay, this is a pretty cool sport. And then they said, okay, let's try to, create this first female team here in Portugal because it doesn't exist in Portugal at all.
Yeah.
No flag, no tackle for women. So we actually started this tryout. It was mostly like girlfriends of their friends and, like just a bunch of girls that wanted to try something new, including us, because we just stopped playing soccer and we were actually open to learn a new sport. And so, yeah, I remember that we were in the tryout, like a nice group of girls showing up, and we were throwing, catching, etc. And I remember myself saying, like, "Hey guys, so when is it time to tackle?" Because I'm pretty excited about that
When is
part.
it time to take?
Yes, and then they were like, "What are you talking about? We're gonna start playing flag football." And I was like, "What the heck is flag football?"
Yeah.
I had no idea that we were doing that. So I was a bit disappointed at first. I was like, "What the heck? So we're not going to play tackle football?" Um, but then, yeah, we started this team. We started playing tournaments outside of Portugal or inside of Portugal against
Oh,
men
wow.
because there were no girls.
Was this
Um,
fives or like sevens?
yes, we've always
Okay.
played fives. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we traveled to Spain to do tournaments.
That is
Played
so
against
Oh,
some
so
men.
you guys were starting to travel with how long was the development? Like you guys got going with flag, like especially in Portugal with not even being a thing, like how long did it take to like get things going?
It's quite interesting actually because we left after. Well, I moved to England after I think 3 years. My sister stayed for another 2 or 3 years. Funny enough, we recently met. Well, am I
Oh,
incorrect?
wait, you stayed in Portugal for about like 5 years. I stayed for
Was
like
it
8.
5?
And
Oh,
I
was
was
it? Yeah.
8 years.
Eight,
Yeah.
8 years?
Oh God, that flew that time. Yes. Anyway, but the most interesting thing, so unfortunately, that team then folded when we left. But we recently, actually, at Euroflag, met a group of Portuguese girls who said, "You know what, guys? We've actually followed in your footsteps, and we're still working on this. Like we've got teams
There
now."
you
And
go.
Oh,
There
Yeah.
you go.
incredible. It was like, are you? Oh, really? Is this still going on in Portugal? We thought once we left, that was it.
Yeah.
They like carried that
So
legacy,
you
and
guys definitely left a footprint there. You guys.
so I think so.
Yeah.
We started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was sad that things fell apart when we left. And I kind of knew that was going to happen because we were the ones, like organizing
kept it
everything and
going.
like really the leaders and trying to set this thing up. But we also knew that, when we weren't going to practice, like not many girls would show up. And I was like, oh, this is not a good thing. Even though everyone was pretty passionate about it, it was just not enough, I think. Everybody
Yeah.
had to work in their studies. It was just for fun. And we would just like wake up Sunday morning and it was raining and, go to the field and some wouldn't show up because it was raining. And why would I
Right.
just,
Yeah.
We know
practice
what
in the
that's like.
rain?
We know exactly what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
It was rough at the beginning,
Yeah.
especially here in Utah where it snows, and it gets
Mm.
cold very. Actually, it's been pretty tame so far, knock on wood. But it's like we can't. It's not like California or Florida, Texas, where you get to practice year round. Here in Utah, like it starts to snow, so there's 4 months where we have to practice, 5 months where we have
5,
to practice in that. So it's like if you
Indoors.
can't get indoors, it's cold.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like the biggest tournaments, like Nationals is coming up, and then USA Flag Worlds is coming up in January, and it's just like, of course, that's like right in winter time. So it's like we get it. It's trying to, and it's not like you're pulling teeth. It's just like what you said. People have lives. People have, work. They have school. We have ages from right out of high school, so 18, all the way up to mid 30s. So it's just like
Yeah.
there's a lot of professionals. So we're not getting paid for flag, So it's like the jobs are gotta come first. So totally get it. So continue on. We sympathize with that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I think here in Europe, it's even worse because even in schools, like even if you're studying, there's no way that you can study and play sports at the same time. That is just not a thing in Europe.
Oh, really?
No, we
I
don't
feel
have.
like the US, it's like you got to do both.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You
Like,
have to do
People
sport.
almost like they only go to school so they can play the sport, you
Yeah.
know?
So wait, why is that? Why?
It's
You
the
know?
system that has been like this since forever. Like we have school, and then if you want to do sports, you do that like apart from your studies. So it will never like. It's hard to juggle that, especially when you play at a high level. You play professionally. You gotta
Yeah.
just deal with it. You got to study, and then you got to go to sports. It's not that there's a way to actually combine them because it doesn't exist. So, right?
Yeah.
T?
Do you think it would? Do you think they would ever change that where like
Or does Europe want to just stay in that way, I guess?
I don't know. I think the American system and the Europe the European system, they're so different. Like
Different,
from the
yeah.
core. I don't know if there's enough, I don't know, funding for it. I don't know if we have the structures for it.
Yeah.
So for us, we call it like, if you're really into something like in sports, that's your passion. You have to be passionate to say, after school, I'm going to train from 8 to 10 o'clock. And then, day after, going back to whatever uni or work.
Yeah.
Like, and the problem is, like my sister said, it never really, so it's like, it might be a case that you can't go to practice because you have work. It's not like, work is, it's only until 6 o'clock because you have training at 7. No, it's two separate things. Like you have to find your way to do both, basically.
Yeah.
And that's really hard here to play at the top level.
Yeah.
Still working full time or studying full time because you don't get paid for it. So
Right. Yeah.
very, very different here. Very different.
Can I ask like what you guys do then outside of flag football for like work and stuff?
Yeah. You guys said you went to school.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all went?
Yeah, so we both studied psychology, did our bachelor's in psychology, and my sister started working earlier than I did. I decided to stay a bit longer in Portugal and finish my PhD in psychology and law.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Yes, well, Tika's almost finished with her doctorate, so that's pretty
That's
interesting.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and for work, I'm actually building a sports agency, but right now just for soccer because I'm licensed with FIFA, which means I
Oh,
can
wow.
represent soccer players.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's been a really fun ride to build this agency together with my business partner in the US, who's actually in Seattle. So we're building this together, and obviously soccer is a bit easier to get into because it's bigger. Like
So
American
big, especially
football,
yeah.
especially in Europe, right?
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say.
yeah, so I decided to get my license for soccer first, and then hopefully in the near future for NFL as well. However, the NFL is, it's small, like it's just in the US.
Right.
And then again, like there's just a handful of agents who have all the players. So it's a bit difficult, but then again, like I can also help with, for example, marketing, NIL, sponsorship deals. So that's something I want to do as well, but it's something I'm building and it's going pretty well. It's just very exhausting because obviously I have another job besides that because that's not
Right.
generating enough income yet.
Right.
And that's I'm doing SEO work, like search engine optimization. So I have my
wow.
so I have my little business in SEO, and I work from home, so I can actually also spend time doing the podcast and building the
Right.
agency.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit more flexible with my time. But that's and then obviously being an athlete, and I'm also part of the Dutch Federation to help with football because obviously we are Dutch Italian and we're trying to help both our countries with flags. So
Right.
Yeah.
for Italy we play, and then for the Dutch Federation helping with building flag because it's a bit small still.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically in a nutshell what I do. But yeah, my sister is
Yeah.
also has really interesting work as well. So go ahead, Teek.
Yes, so same studies as my sister. I work as a forensic psychologist, so I work in a women's prison here
Okay.
in Manchester.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's quite a job.
Yeah. How is that?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Every day's different. You get to know so many different people with different backgrounds and a range of offenses. So
Right.
I do interventions with them. I do parole reports for them when they get to release to see if they're fit to be released or not.
Oh.
I do consultancy work. I work with the prison officers because they get most of the difficult behavior, so we help them as well. So yeah, it's very, very varied. We work with the women, but we also work with the staff and the parole board. So very, very busy job.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, so that's my full-time job. And then outside of that, we've got the podcast, like my sister said. I do sponsorship work for Optimum Nutrition, which is a nutrition brand.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so I'm one of their sponsored coaches. So I do like their social media and I get like products.
We've seen Optimum
So
Nutrition.
Optimal,
They're the
like
people that
they
we've seen that-
sponsor, they help sponsor with USA Flag.
Yeah,
right?
we've seen Optimum.
I think there's even like a sponsored team that
Yeah.
Oh,
or I mean I've seen
No
like
idea.
there's been some tournaments where they wear like
shirt,
all
yeah.
optimal,
Yeah, they're
attire.
expanding massively at the moment. Yeah, so I was one of the first coaches who started working with them, ON UK, over COVID, and since then they've expanded massively. So yeah, they're now sponsoring different teams. It's great. It's a really, really good company
Yeah, that is so cool.
to work with. So that's what I do, and then I do some more sponsorship with some gyms in the area. I've got my own little business in PTing and S&C coaching. Yeah, and then being an athlete as well. So trying to
Yeah.
keep on top of that too is quite difficult to juggle all that around, but it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like being able to balance it, how do you all do it? Because it's like I know I complain to Lauren all the time, like I have so much to do, and then trying to be like an athlete and train for that too. It's
Especially
just
if you
like,
want to work on like little
oh,
things for yourself.
yeah.
You're like, oh, I want to improve in
yes.
this. It's like trying to find extra time already with multiple jobs, podcasts, practice. Like,
Absolutely. I was just saying to my sister, I've just been running around all morning. Like I've not sat down for a second.
yeah.
There's always something on my list. Like
No.
I'm sure you guys can relate, but it's like you're saying, finding the time for yourself, it's incredibly difficult. Apart from like working out or whatever. It's it's hard.
Okay, so personally, how do y'all organize that? Because for me, I am struggling with lately. Like it's like you start to add on more and more, and it's great. It's like you feel this some sort of success, and you feel just great what you're output into the world. But like at the same time, I'm like, I don't like, yeah, this is more of like a personal question. Like how do y'all
Structure it, I guess.
structure that? Because it's just like I am struggling right now.
I don't know if there's a really correct answer, or it's hard to. But planning for me is everything. Like I make a planning for the week every Sunday. I have to have everything in my calendar, otherwise I get crazy because it's
Uh-huh.
there's so much, and I don't want to
Mhm.
miss anything because I'm a
Yeah.
bit of a control freak when it comes to that.
Uh-huh.
I don't like spontaneous things. I don't because I can't.
Us.
Yep.
Because I can't do spontaneous things because my days are already so
Because you
full.
have it all planned out by like the
Yes.
hour. I get it.
Actually, yes, and it's also not it's also not good to be this inflexible. I do recognize that, but
Yeah.
it kind of works for me, and I think everyone has their own way of working, and for everyone something works, and then for the other person it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But like for me personally, because I'm so much focused on like controlling things, because it's just so much that I have to have like this calendar that I need to plan every hour, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I
Yeah.
get that.
It's not fun, but it's necessary, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting there. I think for the longest time, I always had school that helped me structure. You had your classes, and then in between, it's like I can do this, 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 and now it's just like, okay, I'm an adult, and I need
Have to
to
work at
create my own
8 or 9
schedule here because there's
Yeah.
a lot.
All this, the responsibilities. And I think also our problem is that we're high achievers, and you might like you can relate to that as well. So we want to do everything really well, or like be the best in everything that we do.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
makes it even worse because you're overtraining, you're overworking because it's never enough, and sometimes you just got to be like telling yourself, hey, it's enough for today. You did enough. You don't
Yeah.
need to do more. You need to already start working for next week, because that's also me. And I think that sometimes is something we're trying to learn to
Yeah.
really be content sometimes with
Yeah.
certain
Well,
things.
I really like y'all's first episode, how you'll talk like the mental part of the game, and how I think Ambrose, you that was saying like you have to give yourself like a pat on the back sometimes,
Yes.
like we're kind of the same way. We're really hard on ourselves. We really want to
Yeah.
be the best at everything, and leave no room for I shouldn't say positivity, because we are
But give
positive,
yourself
but like
like credit.
yeah, it's just
for-
like like look what like I've already accomplished, and I think that helps like boost your confidence, and like a relief in some kind of way. And I 100% agree. I really like with what y'all said. And definitely, like, I would say to our viewers or listeners, for sure, go listen to that first episode, because you guys nailed it. Especially for me, personally, right now, our starting quarterback just went down with a torn Achilles. And
Ooh.
so, yeah, she was just on her way up. She was looking good this year, and so that really sucked and has put Utah Sting, the club team we play for, in a bit of a pickle. And so I'm playing quarterback now, and it's proven to be very difficult, and it is way more of a mind game. And how you brought up that statistic where when you're playing a sport, 90% is
Mental.
mind, yeah,
Mental.
mental.
Mhm.
And so
Well, it's like they say, when you can't catch, it's not that you physically can't, it's all just in your head, you're overthinking it, like
yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah. So, and I don't, so like that one, like when I was listening to y'all's podcast, it's just like that for me, it's just like, it hit me so on a personal level. Cause it's just like, yeah, I need to hear that. I need to, it's a great episode. So,
Aw.
anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. I know you were talking
No.
about,
No, not at all. We
Yeah.
we really like to hear that people actually what people like to listen to. So thank you so much for that feedback. That's really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good for what we know, what we can do moving forward. But so I actually also have a sports psychology background. So I did a postgrad in sports psychology. So that's why we were talking about this mental aspect and how huge it is for both of us. Like Ambra said, being a high achiever is great in one aspect. On the other side, if you're unable to boundary basically yourself and say, actually, it's been enough, then that high achievement is going to actually become then a low achiever, because you're not producing quality work, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's really about finding that balance, and it's really hard. It's really, really hard. So for me, what I've learned in the prison service, actually, you have to be incredibly flexible, because anything can happen at any moment in the day. So my structure,
Yep.
like my day is, okay, I'm going to see this person at this time, see this person at this time. I'm going to the gym at this time. I can go to the gym, by the way, for my lunch break. It's amazing.
That's nice.
About the prison service. Not with the inmates, but anyway, that'd be crazy. So, like I have an ideal day, but I already know this might not happen today. So what I've learned over time is that, because, incidents happen, people don't turn up, people have, like, anything can happen in a prison. So what I've learned is, yes, I've got my structured hours that I'm doing certain things, but I've also got half an hour at least in between them anyway. And it's hard, because you're like, freaking hell, I can't do everything I want today. But at least it gives me that peace of mind, like, okay, if anything runs a little bit longer than I initially thought, you're not going to stress about the next thing. So I really, really value my gaps in between stuff, because I used to do the same as Amber was saying, like 1 to 2 I'll do this, 2 to 3 I'll be doing this, 3 to 4 until you go to bed, and it's just unsustainable. So one thing that the prison service have taught me, like, make sure you also plan for things that might not happen in between, and that's what's keeping me sane at the moment.
You're just like, okay, I need to be just a tad bit more flexible. I need to
Hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard to be flexible. But
well, and when you're not, it just kind of, for me, like, it puts me in a bad mood, and it's just like it's like, why am I it just, it is what it is.
The rest of my day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why am I letting this get to me? It's like, it's already happened, it's like, I need to just roll with it, and just
I try to give myself like a 10 to 15 minute extra, but then once Jackson pushes me past that, I'm like, how hard is it?
And do you feel like, are you getting anxious then? Like, oh my God, what if,
Well, and it's hard because at the end of the day, like, it's not the end of the world, but like, it feels like it.
It feels like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And our husbands, the ones that, produce our
Oh, they're
podcast.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They're,
love
yeah,
that.
they're our husbands and they're coaches for Utah Sting. So
Aw.
but they're kind of similar where it's just like let it
They're very
roll.
go
Let it
with
roll.
the
And we're like,
flow.
no, we have to
They're like, what's gonna happen? It's fine.
It sounds like they balance you out a little bit, which is perfect.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
I bet.
There's I've learned
I'd
a
probably be
lot.
way more uptight and more, I don't know, more control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, that's really good.
So with y'all's busy schedule, you now are doing a podcast, 8 months ago? How was that? Were you y'all
Like, how did it
approached
come
by,
about?
yeah, like, or did you go to them and said like, hey, I want to add another thing on my schedule? Like, what do you guys, like, you guys are crazy. You're listing everything that you do, and it's just like, and now y'all have a podcast, you
Yeah.
know?
No, I mean, it was definitely not on my list to add something else to my already busy schedule. And for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
it's the same thing. So they actually reached out to us. It's the Talking Balls Network. It's already like an established podcast about football and mainly the NFL, college, but not about
Right.
flag football at all. And they've been around for a few years, and it's been growing. It's been really nice. It's a funny podcast. Like, it's
Yeah.
3 Irish guys. They drink beer. They have fun.
Yep, I saw
So
a couple.
pretty different from what we are,
Oh,
but nice little contrast there. So they reached out and they were like, hey, we're actually trying to add a podcast to our network that is all about flag football because it's been growing, and we really just want people that are passionate about flag and can talk about flag football. And we thought about you guys, and we were like, okay. At first we were like, oh my God, like, this is just, I mean, how are we
lot.
gonna get this to our
A lot.
calendar? So we thought about it, and then we were like, okay, we already have like a certain age. I don't want to say we're old because we're not, but I don't know for how long we will. Huh?
We'll just say that,
Certain
certain
age.
age.
A certain age. I mean, I don't know how to say it another way. without
Come on,
saying
don't be
age.
shy. We can say our age. It's fine.
Okay. All right, we'll be 34 at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You guys are still kicking it out there on that
Thanks.
field.
and I really believe that age is really just a number, but that's something we can, talk about later. But anyway, so we've been seeing a lot around us that people who start playing flag, just like us, like that have the same age as we do, approximately, that they've been kicked out of their national teams. It's been a trend over the
Yeah.
past year since flag football, became Olympic sport. So with that in our minds, we're like, okay, we know that maybe at some point, it will finish. I mean, it will stop, this national team journey, even if it means a lot to us, and we might still be one of the best players and like most in shape players. It will finish at some point. So how can we, like, stay involved? I know coaching is still an opportunity or a possibility, but how can we still stay involved in another way? So we were like, okay, maybe this is a nice way to start that after playing journey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that was the main motivation for us. And just we really love to hear all these stories about how people got into flag, just like you guys, like how you
Yeah.
talk to your guests. So it's just really fun to hear all these stories and to like build your network around flag football. So that's mainly the reason why we actually started doing it. And then it actually started growing more than we ever thought it would, especially the Instagram, and obviously we had quite some help from the guys. They did everything for us in the beginning. So we only had to record the episodes, and they would edit it. They would do the whole
Oh, wow.
Instagram. Yes,
nice.
we were super
Yeah, that's
grateful
really
for that. But then we were like, okay, maybe it's good if we start doing some things because we know what's going on. They were just helping, but they didn't really know what was going on in the
Right.
flag world. Right. So it was a really nice start for
Yeah.
us that they, took that part from us. But then we're like, okay, we don't mind to actually start doing a bit more for the Instagram and for the podcast itself, do more editing and the reels. So then we, started putting a bit more work in it, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but it's been also really nice. Actually, we've been meeting a lot of cool new people and going to all these cool events to do media. So it's been fun.
I feel like
So, oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I feel like people don't realize how much work goes into like social
Right.
media first, just itself, and then a podcast, and then promoting that. Like, I used to be one of those people that was like, "Oh, you're just posting, like it's not that hard." But then it's like the times I've seen you, how much work goes into like all of the editing, all the footage, the audio, like everything, and then making
Yeah.
sure we get, so many posts out like for it. It's
Definitely like consistency. I've been really bad about it lately. But what do y'all have some like tips? Because like you guys have gotten like you guys are really successful right now. I think you have what, like 7,000 followers or
Yeah, nearly 8,000 followers.
yeah,
Yeah.
almost 8,000, in 8 months. It's like that's like,
that's awesome.
you know what I mean? Like so like can you give us a couple tips? Because I'm struggling right now.
That's fair. I think I'm going to hand over to you, Amber, because I think you're the main one behind it at the moment. Just a little caveat there, because I work in a prison, I don't have my phone with me like 8 hours.
Oh
a day.
yeah,
I
you
don't have
could.
time to do.
It's a nightmare. I can't do any social media when I'm at
Yeah.
work. So my sister's doing loads of it, so I'm really thankful for that. But apart from that, the boys, the Talking Balls boys who
Yeah.
asked us to do this podcast, they were the ones initially who did everything for us. So they just said, "You record the podcast and we do everything else." We were like, "Okay, fantastic, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely." But my sister's been taking over some of it just to help the growth a bit more. So yeah, have you got some tips for them?
Yeah, so I think the main thing that I saw that they did in the beginning is starting just to follow a lot of accounts. Just starting to follow and like really prep that algorithm to flag football or youth
Yeah.
sports, whatever it is. And then what works for us really well is remixing reels. So we're remixing highlights from Euroflag or the Americas or from youth female players that are killing it. And people love that. Like, especially our audience that we have on Talking Flag, which is pretty diverse. But I think our main followers are from Mexico and the USA for some reason.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really funny. So yeah, I think remixes work super well, which means like you're just basically reposting a post on your page that's from someone else, which is super
Yeah.
easy content because you don't need to do anything. Just
Right.
add like a caption, maybe even your logo. It's what we do,
Yeah.
and just repost it. And then it gets shared a lot. We get new followers from all
Yeah.
these remixes. And then obviously we also try to post like our own content, right? So we go to
Right.
events, to NFL games, and we actually like ask NFL players about flag football, or the people that we interview, they start following us and their league starts following us and their team starts
Right.
following us. We follow
Yeah.
them back. And then, oh, this coach once like tells another coach about our podcast, and that one comes.
Right. and
Right.
Sources change.
Yeah, you
It's
start
like a
to
really-
make connections. You know,
Yes.
I've noticed that a little bit too. Even when we just broadcast the semifinals for high school, girls high school here in Utah,
Yeah.
and we posted some highlights and got to meet a lot of people. Immediately, we gained like, I know it's only like 22 followers, but with just like within that day, just
Exactly.
seeing like so many, yeah. Okay, so I agree with that too. I do like that you guys like add y'all's personal touch too. You know what I mean? It's like there's the podcast and then you have your lives and you kind of intertwine that together as well. I think it brings like a personal touch. It's like, oh, I'm listening to this podcast and I get to know Ambra and
Get to know them.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
just outside of the podcast as well. And
Yeah.
I really like that. I think we need to
Add
do
more of
that.
that.
Yeah, do more
Yeah.
of that too.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, you need to comment a lot from the
Yeah.
profile on other profiles. It's really
Things, yeah.
important. And then I think so. We started with having to reach out to people to get onto our podcast. Now
Yeah.
we don't do any of it because people just come to us, and we're just overbooked at the moment. And that's
Yeah.
probably the point where you want to go to, like.
Yeah.
Not having to spend time reaching out or finding people.
You're
but
like,
people-
please come on my podcast.
That's where we're at right now.
That's fine. That's where we were as well at the
I
start.
gotta
So
start somewhere. I feel like it's kind of like awkward at first, but then eventually it'll, take
Yeah.
a what do you
Yeah.
think? I think of its
I,
own.
and I don't know about y'all. For me, like as a girl, I kind of struggle on like I don't want to be like
Too much. Or
I don't want to be rejected, right? I don't want to like I don't want to reach
Oh,
out and been like, oh, sorry, we just can't or whatever.
or like if people just don't respond.
Yeah,
It's like,
or don't even
sucks.
respond.
Yeah.
And I think this is where Ben, one of the producers, my husband, he'll kind of step in and be like, just ask him. Because like when
Yeah.
we were thinking about asking y'all, I'm just like, they look so busy. They have like they do already so much, and that's like already what you can see online. You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't know if they're even gonna have the time. And Ben's just like, just ask.
Aw.
We're just gonna ask, and then yeah, it was just we're really grateful that y'all can squeeze us in there. you know,
Yeah.
so this is
Aw. And
No.
yeah.
we're just talking about this morning as well. It's like we're not just looking for people like famous people, or we're really also trying to help other people grow their podcasts.
Yeah.
Like we're not, we're not precious about it at all. Like
Yeah,
if we
right.
can help, we're
Oh.
really happy to help. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like our podcast maybe grew really quickly, but we still feel kind of small. Like, oh, we're just talking flag, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we like, and yeah, I mean, it still feels like we're just starting, and we're not like any pros. I mean, nobody's paying us for this either, so
Yeah.
we're just
Right.
doing it
Yep.
for passion. And for us, collaborating, we love to collaborate. We're super open to collaborate just to grow the sport, because again, like this sport is small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need each other. Like we need each
Yeah.
other to grow the sport and to make it professional
Yes.
at some point. Like it just doesn't make sense to all like stay in our own lane, in our own little
Yeah.
island.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we need
I
to
still
work
feel like
together.
people don't fully understand flag still, like all over the world, let alone like women's especially, but just in general, like flag. I think it still needs to get more talked about. People don't know enough.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate with what y'all have to say about like collaborating, because there has been a couple people that have disagreed with our takes, and we would like to bring them on. They won't come
and
on.
like talk, like
Yeah,
our
exactly.
differences.
It's
I
just
think
like,
that'd be
okay,
awesome.
just tell us what do you see? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because obviously,
Yeah.
like we're not even on the national team, so we're not even in on it. We don't even see what's going on the inside, and so it's like we, I
Like we
think
have our
collaborating-
opinion, and if if they tell us that it's wrong, then it's like let's talk
Yeah, let's
about it,
let's chat about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And so like I love the collaborating part. You know what I mean? It's just like it's like first of all, like what y'all said, it's getting the word out there, spreading flag football, because it's like I don't know about y'all, but it's just like we live, eat, breathe flag football. That's like all we.
I know.
Amazing.
How many days are we playing and practice?
It's
Right.
so much. We do so much. Like I can't. Okay, so there was one time we were at like this 4th of July party, and everyone was watching the fireworks, and the person that was hosting the party, she looks back at Lauren and I, and they're like, "Are you talking about flag football right now?
about
You're
it."
talking." That's all we talk about. That's I just
Well, and, like,
absolutely love it.
This past year, we've played in 3 different leagues. We have our Sunday league, we had a Saturday league, we had a Thursday
Wow.
league, and then we have practices also Sunday morning before that league, and then Monday night. We used to do practices on Thursdays too
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
and
So
then
would
we're
you
like,
mind,
go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, would you mind telling us a little bit about your
Yeah.
background then? Like, how did you get into flag football?
You can go first.
Even if it's nothing special, that's fine too. Like,
yeah, no, I
It's special in itself.
yeah, it's here in America, I think our main sport, I'd want to say football.
Oh yeah.
Football. It's a big thing.
Football,
And
baseball.
so
I'm kidding. Go.
I know you like your baseball. I know you guys are
Go.
nice.
but yeah, so and then as a girl, not being able to play football, right? You could play flag, right? But it's just like it just really wasn't big for girls, right? So I think there was also this like, well, I want to play football, and
My tackle, but like girls who played tackle football, it was like they were on like a high school team still they're like a kicker. Like
yeah.
they
Yeah.
haven't really.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like there's like this determination also to be able to play football. I played a little bit in intramurals up in Idaho when I was
is
going up
like-
to school. So it's like, yeah,
Hard
it's
to
just like
explain intramurals to
it's just
them.
rec.
because that was through like college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was in
so, like,
college.
At our colleges, you can do like you can sign up for sports during the week and stuff that are not like
Yeah.
the actual sport for the
Yeah,
college.
it's not for the
'Cause,
college.
yeah,
It's
we've
just
done
yeah.
because I'll
Right.
do that too.
So we did that and we played sevens. So
yeah.
and that's what USA's doing right now for college and
Mhm.
high school. We can get into that later, but and then yeah, I don't
Well,
we
then-
just kind of put together a little league for a while.
Well, you played in the
Yeah,
against
I-
men's here in Utah.
Oh yeah,
I was
there's
talking about that,
yeah, there's a league here in Utah. It's mainly men's. I think it was just this past season
They
that
barely
they
added
yeah,
girls,
they
but-
added girls. So but yeah, I played against men's because it's like
She was playing quarterback against guys.
Yeah.
She had a
Oh,
guy rusher coming
yeah.
at her,
yeah.
playing with her
it's-
husband.
No, I remember before we signed up, Ben's like, okay, if you're gonna play quarterback, we have to train you like you're going against men because like rushing is
yeah.
so much faster. And I
Mhm.
was like 10, 12 yards back, and
You're
we
so
practiced
tall
for
and-
yeah, that's the thing. That's I am not fast enough to like roll out. I don't have there has been times where they're so fast they come in and I could just move really quick
Yeah.
and then step up into the pocket. And so that I can leverage it that way. But we practice where it's like the ball is snapped immediately through. And
Yeah.
the nice thing is like when you play against men, you can kind of what's it called, lead it a little bit more. Does that make sense?
Oh, because
So-
they can jump. and
Yeah,
freaking run so
oh my
fast.
gosh,
Oh,
fast and
wow.
just jump a lot higher. So
Well, just like
Oh, right.
yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, she asked why.
oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
It's just-
yeah.
yeah.
Guys,
no,
I just feel like tend to be a little more agile and just that.
they're
extra
just
little-
yeah, they can just jump a little bit higher. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, of course.
the accuracy does not have to be
Perfect.
as much if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and then it was that first game at that Utah
That you
Flag
met.
League that I ran into a team called Crimson Wave, where it was an all women's team, and they joined that league because it was the only
Like
league
to do.
league to
for
join,
benefit.
and they just signed up for like the D division, like the lower division.
Yeah.
So they can get practice to travel in these tournaments in the US. So played against them and they're just like, hey, you're not that bad. Do you want to come play? And so yeah, we played as Crimson Wave for a couple tournaments, and then there were some girls that didn't want to continue, and there were some that did and wanted to move on from coaching. So we created Utah Sting, and Utah Sting's been around for 3 years. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my background there. So it's
Well, and what sports did you grow up playing?
basketball was a pretty
Mhm.
big
Big.
sport for us. So it was I would say actually grade school and middle school, it was more softball actually, just because in South Carolina that was a huge sport. But then moving to Colorado, like basketball was our thing. We had a lot of girls in our high school that would like go to UConn, right? So like UConn is like one of the best colleges for women's basketball. So it's like I was like, well, this seems more competitive, so we're gonna go with basketball. So I grew up playing basketball, softball. You grew up with basketball too,
Mm-hmm.
and then what
A
else?
little bit of a. I grew up. Well, I did soccer when I was super little, and then I did basketball and softball. Loved those, and then I played a little bit of rugby for like 1 year in college.
Mm.
I mean, I had tried track. I tried cross country. I tried lacrosse. Like,
Oh, yeah,
volleyball's super
lacrosse.
fun. I've
Amazing.
literally like. There's just certain things that came more natural, and then some things it was kind of like, why not? You know.
Yep.
So like I would
Yeah.
try out, and then I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say I do love soccer. I'm not great at it, but I love soccer. Like, I don't know, outdoor soccer is so fun. But then softball was natural, so easy to pick up. That I don't know how to explain it. It's just
Yeah.
so fun.
Wait,
and
do
then
you guys like
basketball-
futsal?
Oh, I love futsal.
Eh,
I prefer field football. prefer. But futsal, it's nice. It's quick. It's a bit more. You have to move way quicker than in
Indoor
football.
soccer.
It's fun. I've done it. Indoor soccer and
Yeah.
futsal. Yeah.
Do
It's
y'all,
fun.
do y'all feel weird saying like flag football? Is it sometimes like flag soccer or flag? You know what I mean? Like,
No,
is it
it's
because
more
like did you guys grow it's football there, right?
football. Like football
yeah.
to us is soccer.
F-U-T.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we are used to saying football and soccer
Yep.
because we always have to explain like we're playing football, not soccer. But normally when people say football here, they
Mean
mean
soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
exactly.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
No, you're
I just
good.
this is a
No, I just no, it's fine. Basketball, softball, and then I tried rugby because I worked with some girls that were like, you should just come try it. And it was like super
Yeah.
fun, awesome. And then I was at the University of Utah, and that's when I started playing on an intramural team as well. And it was flag football men's, and it was sevens. And I thought there was going to be girls. I don't know. And I signed up for just the men's, and I'm like this tiny little girl playing with all these super fast dudes that like I think in the past had played
I think it
college
made us
maybe or
play
something.
better, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
playing with
slow.
kids. Like I
Yes.
look back and it's just like that was good. It was humbling. It was
Yeah.
like because like in high school we were the best athletes on the team, and so it's just like you get to play
Yeah.
with guys, and it's like
It's
this
just so
making me
different.
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and like I think guys thought I was there as like a joke, like, is this girl even really
Oh, that's-
playing, you know?
Oh,
But I don't know.
yeah.
I told
Balls
myself
out.
as long as I catch the ball, that's all that matters. I was like,
Yes.
I may not be faster, but as long as I catch it. But yeah, and then I ended up meeting some guys that were like, hey, like, would you want to come play some flag football in this other league on Sundays? And then that was a co-ed league, and that's eights.
Yeah.
And then I
eights.
started playing there when I was like fresh out of, like it was my first year of college, I think. So I was fresh out of high school, going into college. Yeah. Anyways, and then I started playing there. And then that's when I met this guy who was like, I want to start a women's flag football team. And he is the one that started Crimson Wave,
Yep.
the team that she met. Yeah. So me and a couple girls, like he would have me go and help recruit girls at this thing because it's kind of weird for him to go but like, hey girl, you want to come play? So then we ended up building this team, and I'm not gonna lie, I remember like some Sundays, like when the weather was bad, no one wanted to come. Like it would snow. We didn't have an indoor facility. We would like shovel the snow off the field just so we could try to run routes. And it was crazy. And then we ended up going to like our first tournament, and this one wasn't like a USA flag. It was like, it's called Smash Mouth, but it's a little bit smaller. And we won, and we had 2 teams, and we ended up building it from that. And then I stepped away to finish more school and stuff, and like I had to pick up another job. You know how it is. And then Crimson Wave kept building, and then her and her husband joined, and I think that's really what helped it keep going. Like they and like
my husband has a pretty good background with football. He played in college, so he knows like what it takes, and he knows like a lot of the girls on our team, they have played a D1 sport. And so
girls.
he like I think a lot of the girls respected that, like, oh, he knows what he's talking about because he knows like what he's asking for, the
like,
dedication and
exactly.
So but no, it's been great having him on. The dynamic is I would say interesting. I absolutely love it. I have this constant fear of Ben being biased with me, because obviously like you're just like their husband and wife. So but I've been told that it's far from being biased. If anything, he is the hardest on me. So but no, it's been great. We're at Utah Sings. It's been fun for the last 3 years. I mean, the first year as Utah Sing, we won a format at USA Worlds.
At Tampa.
So I think in Ben's mentality, he was just like, I've got to show these girls I know what I'm talking about, because if we don't succeed this season, he's like, I feel like it's gonna die. And I think he knew that like flag football, this community, the girls, like it meant a lot to me. And so he did his part into building that. So you know, success right off the get-go. That doesn't mean it wasn't hard. It's been extremely difficult trying to balance a lot, but you know, just
Well, and something I want to like talk about is kind of like with us and our team, because we're like, I guess you would say like a club team.
yeah, we're club.
And Utah doesn't really have any big tournaments going on. So we have to always travel out of state for tournaments. And that's USA flag or what they call like we've done weekend warriors. But that's the biggest that we can go. And then, you know, it's a whole different thing trying to get on the national team. And I thought maybe we could talk a little bit more, you know, how you guys segued into, you know, national team and what the trials were like to do that, and then we can kind of explain what we know. You
Right.
know, the US team.
Are there leagues in where y'all are at? Like where a bunch of like club teams get together for tournaments?
Yeah.
Is that in the okay.
What do you guys like have a name for them? Kind of like how we could say like USA flag
Yeah.
tournaments,
Yeah.
or what is it called?
Well, here in Italy, for example, we have in total 22 female flag teams. That's
Okay.
it
Wow.
over
Okay.
the whole country, which actually is a lot because in the Netherlands we have 0.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know how many there are in GB, Teak, in the UK.
A bit more because we have a northern division and a southern division. So, I should really know this, but it's
like
more than
safe
that.
over there.
It's more than that. Yeah.
So what we have is like we do the same. We have like our tournaments that are like north, middle, and south. We do our
Mhm.
own little tournament. We play like we take 1 or 2 or 3 days and we play all against each other, which is just 4 teams.
Yeah.
And then we all together, like all the teams, go to one place during the summer and we all play against each other. That's it. Like that's it. We don't have
Oh.
any other tournaments.
What do you like call that then for that big one?
Well, that's actually called our finals.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really weird. So that's how it
Yeah.
is in Italy. But then again, like our team, for example, my team is from the south of Italy. I have to travel a lot to just be there. But anyways, that's a different story. But my team, we also travel abroad to do tournaments. So we
Yeah.
don't just stay in Italy. So we have that possibility. But again, like it's, you know, it's costly sometimes and people have jobs. So we cannot always travel and just take like a
Yep.
whole weekend plus maybe 1 or 2 weekdays off to travel somewhere, play a
Right.
tournament, come back. You know, you probably deal with the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here in Italy, it's I'd say it's big, but it's small compared to the US, right?
Yeah.
And then we're obviously talking about senior teams. So we have 22 female senior teams, and then we have a youth division as well. But that's it. And then from
What are
those,
the ages for like
Like
senior?
senior versus youth.
Yeah.
I think senior is starting from 18 or 19,
18
isn't
and
it?
above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ours is a senior team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it is here. How I think it's pretty similar. In the
Yeah,
UK.
same thing.
Or
I
overall,
think
yeah.
I think we've had like 17-year-olds too. But yeah, it's 18 and up is what we yeah, for the pro or comp.
Yeah.
It's either like pro or comp division, and then we have just like the youth that
Yeah.
you know, 17 and younger. So yeah,
Mhm.
same thing.
Yeah, I think Teak in the UK it's more or less the same thing, right? Like it's little tournaments and then
Well, yeah, you've got your season. So we have a women's season that's now until May next year. Then we have we call it mixed season, which is co-ed. I think that's how it's called in the US, right? That's mixed. That's
Okay.
then from June till October.
Okay.
So we have a mixed, we have a women's season, and then we've got the youth that runs together with the women's season. So I play for both. So I play for the mixed and the women. So I basically don't get an off season. But so we have, like I said, northern and southern division. We've got, I think, 60 teams in total, mixed, and then only I think 20 teams in our northern division for women's. Is that right? Yeah, 20. But we have a division. We have a Prem League and a Division 1.
yeah, we don't have
So,
Okay.
yeah, you don't have that in Italy, right? So yeah, we do have different tiers there. So it is pretty big here, to be honest, in the UK. Nowhere near to what it is in the USA, but
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
because it's just like the US, they have like their like big national tournaments, And then
Yeah.
there's a lot of states that have their own like thing that's going on too.
Like California, I don't know. There's lots of Instagrams like Show Your Right Zone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
Air Raid.
Air Raid. I don't know if you've
Mhm.
seen them, but yeah, like they'll host all of their own tournaments just for all
Yeah.
these California teams. And it looks like it could be like a USA flag tournament because they have so many teams that
Yeah.
come.
That's what we're really trying with Utah, because like y'all have like your leagues and your teams, but like here in Utah there is one women's team that travels, and it's
Yeah.
Utah Sing. And so it's like we're developing. There's a lot of girls on the team right now that are doing a great job. We have Bergen is a big advocate for Utah Flag League that we've mentioned, and we've mentioned that, you know, this was, I think it was last season was the first season that they just started women's. And so you know, she's put a lot of teams together.
Just to
There's
make it so it's
there's
more-
another like little league down south. But I think those girls, they don't want to travel. They just like catching a ball once a week. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's even hard to scrimmage here, right? We don't even have our own little tournaments. We don't have that. So it's like we get like a
The most
men's
we get is
team.
like those co-ed leagues or
Yeah,
men's. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So we
we have
are
to travel out of state.
for how big
Hmm.
football is, and flag football here in the US, Utah is definitely dry. And we're really struggling with that, but just continue to work at it. We have a lot of girls on Utah Sing that also coach for the
High school
high school teams.
Yeah, Utah just barely started getting high school teams, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was their first season
Cool.
this year, so we're really excited for them. We mentioned their semifinals, and they have championship next week, and you know, they're trying to get that bigger. The nice thing with high school teams, they can be sponsored by NFL teams. So
So like the
Mhm.
Raiders.
yeah, the Raiders are sponsoring here in high school, and it's like it's really nice that they can help out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, we're trying to make it bigger here in Utah for sure, because it is
Yeah.
it's
Do they
busy.
have flag football in any like schools, you know, in
like
the
high
UK
schools or
Italy?
So
Yeah.
it's starting now here in the UK in like
Okay.
primary school. I still don't understand the UK educational system, but it's in kids schools now. It's getting
They're starting.
introduced.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the very early stages.
Yeah,
but it
that's
has
awesome.
started now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think here in Italy, not yet, but I heard in the Netherlands, because, you know, I'm a board member of the Dutch Federation, so I know what's going on, and they're trying to introduce flag to, you know, like primary schools, like really introducing the sport, like, hey, this exists, and if you want to play, you can find a team near you.
Yeah.
But in Italy, I'm not really aware of any initiatives. in
Probably not.
schools, but
Yeah.
it's just so important. It's so important to start there.
oh yeah,
Just make kids familiar with the sport, and then this sport can help like prepare the child for other sports as well, because it's so
Oh, yeah.
it's like, so how can I say it in
Versatile.
English? Yeah, like you learn to be agile,
Yeah.
quick,
Hand-eye coordination.
there's
Yeah.
so many skills that you learn playing flag football that you can actually
Contribute to
with
other
you
sports.
when you're when you're choosing to play in other sports afterwards. It's going to help you a lot. So here maybe a lot of kids start playing soccer because it's also a sport that you can, you know, learn a lot of skills. But I feel like if they would start playing flag football, they could learn even more, because with flag football you're also working with your upper body, which in soccer is a bit less. It's all like,
yeah, yeah.
so once, you know, like countries and people start to realize that, I think it can grow so much. But yeah, we're doing our best over here in Europe. It's
Right.
just
You just keep talking about it. You just
Exactly.
keep spreading the word.
continue doing what we're doing, because I mean,
Yeah.
it's now an Olympic sport, which is huge, and we all contributed to that.
Yeah.
And now it's just continuing, because that's one horizon that we have, right? Like the Olympics. But then after that, we have to like continue and
Right.
make sure it stays, right? And
So then, do you guys kind of want to explain how you got to like the national team?
Yeah.
Like, was there like trials that they had, camps,
Yes.
or stuff like that?
Okay, so so we both lived in Portugal for a while. So we were
Yeah.
we lived in the Netherlands for like 19 years. So we did most of our studies in the Netherlands. We moved to Portugal just for like an experience, which turned out to be like 3-4 years for my sister and like 8 years for me.
Yeah.
So we play for the Italian national team, but we most of our lives we lived outside of Italy.
Yeah.
So I was playing tackle football in the US for 2 seasons. I don't know if
wow.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so Tika played in the UK
Okay.
tackle football with
So you guys
men.
have played tackle.
Where did you play
Yeah.
tackle in the US?
I played in the WFA. So my first season was the Nevada Storm
Yeah.
in Reno.
What?
Yes.
That's so cool.
And then my second season was with the Cali War, which was in LA, in Los Angeles.
Okay, yeah.
So I did not have any intentions to continue playing flag football. So after we left Portugal, we started playing tackle football. So Tika in her own country, and I was playing in the US. So I would travel to the US for like 5-6 months, stay there, play football. And
Oh, wow.
yes, and I already had my little business back then, so I could just travel and still work.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that's
nice.
nice.
Yes. So yeah, I was playing tackle football, and then at a certain point, there was this coach from Italy, and he asked me like, "Hey, do you have an Italian passport? Because you seem to have a very Italian name."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Actually, I don't. I don't have an Italian passport, but my sister and I, we are Italian. We have an Italian father, so it shouldn't be really hard to get a passport." Why? I asked him why. He asked, well, because I think, you seem really passionate and really good at football, and we have a female tackle team, so the national team of Italy.
Okay.
And you're looking for players, and if you want, I can send over your highlights to this head coach. And I was like, wow, yeah, sure, go ahead. I was
Alright.
like, it's pretty crazy, because back then, like even back then in Portugal, I was always posting my workout videos like crazy, always posting, and during COVID, and like just showing that passion for football. And so he saw this and he sent it over to the head coach. And then they were like, okay, we want to, have you in our next tryout, but you need an Italian passport.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, no problem. So I called the Dutch embassy, and it was super quick because, we have an Italian father, so it's not so difficult. So I picked up my passport, came back. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Italy, do this tryout.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went well. They picked me. I played a game against Spain with the national team. And then they also asked me for the flag team. They were like, hey, we also have a national team of flag football. Do you want to play for the team of flag football as well? I was like, sure. But, back then,
Alright.
there was not much. There weren't many players. There weren't many like real athletes,
Mhm.
So then again, like had to try out. They picked me. The first tournament was the World Championships in Israel in 2021.
How do tryouts look like? Was it
Yeah. So back then, it was really I think in the morning we did some drills like vertical jump, broad jump, L
Yeah.
drill, whatever, like all those
Right.
typical drills that
Okay.
we don't do anymore, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not really a thing anymore. But yeah, so me like thinking my sister lives in the UK, so it's not relevant for her. Like only after like 2 years or maybe the next year, I was like, Teague, do you want to play for the national team? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, why not? I was like, oh, well, let's just, let's make it happen. So I sent a
Yeah.
message to the head coach. I was like, hey, I have a twin sister, by the way. And she doesn't live here because I moved to Italy in the meantime. But do you want to see her? And he was like, yeah, of course. So they saw Tika and they took her right away. And since
That's
then,
awesome.
she joined the team as well. But I think it was 2 years after me, wasn't it, Tika? In 2023?
Was it 23? Was it 22? Just
No,
after COVID, I
22
think.
for the World Games in Alabama in 2022. Remember?
Oh, yeah, it must have been 23.
I think it's, yeah.
God, it's only been 2 years.
It's so much longer that we've been around. So that's how it started. But again, like here it was small. So it wasn't really hard to get into
Yeah.
the national team. It's not like in the US where there's huge tryouts, so many people, college athletes. Here we don't have that. Like we just have passionate people that like to practice, have a team, and so it wasn't really hard back then. But I have to say, in the past years, it has been growing so much. More
It's
players,
changed.
more
Do they
teams.
still then just have tryouts like they don't have anything else still. It's just like tryouts for the Italian.
There's like not this like what we have like a 4 or
We'll-
5 month process.
We'll go into
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but yeah.
Well,
always
yes,
have
we
to
do
say
have that, don't we? So
Yeah.
if we're, for example, if we're working towards the World Championships in August, then in January the trials will start. So you'll have a weekend camp, usually one in maybe Feb, one in March, one in April, and then the squad gets narrowed down in
Oh, okay,
each.
yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
a process here as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It is changing here now. So now we'll have a core squad basically of the best athletes, and we're going to have like a second team, like a silver team. That's basically the development squad. So
Okay.
we're going to be having 2 teams moving forward. One that's just the national team, and the other one who's kind of trying to get in there. So we'll have joint practices, but we'll always also have open practices. So that means everyone can turn up. Because
Right.
there might be that talent that we don't know about, right?
Right.
It's still open to everyone, but only at certain times. Like it's not all the time. There'll be open practice maybe once or twice a
I
year.
like that.
Yeah,
I like that a
too.
lot.
Well, because then you never know, someone could show up and you're gonna be like, oh, who is this? And
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
like maybe they
exactly.
didn't make it in that final squad, but they show up now. and
Yeah.
you're
I
like,
mean,
"Oh my gosh."
we kind of do that with like the trials, but to have like an open practice, are you saying like an open practice like with the national team?
Yeah,
See, I
everyone.
like that a lot.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
that'll help other people get better too, and
Yeah.
kind of challenge other. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys, it's kind of like it's like our comp team. It's like a feeder team. You develop them, you get
Yeah.
them like used to how Italy runs it, how, you know what I really like that as well.
I
It's
like
like a comp team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really new because it's never been like that. And before
No.
we just had a really like restricted
Yeah.
group to choose from, and now it's getting harder and harder because we're really getting more athletes. Like before we just had good players. They weren't athletes necessarily.
Yeah.
They weren't practicing every day, and now we actually are getting like these real athletes finally, because you need athletes. I mean, all these national teams have real athletes, and we've been just a bit behind.
Mhm.
I
last
think
years.
not just us, Italy. There've been
Right.
multiple countries in
Yeah.
Europe.
Right.
So
I
like
feel like
there's
Europe
is
is
quite a
growing,
few
though,
few
quickly.
teams that you can tell they're still developing. They're
Yeah.
still trying to get there, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's been growing so rapidly. Like comparing, for example, my first World Championships in 2021 in Israel versus the World Championships in Finland last year. Oh my God. Like this
Really?
huge difference.
Huge difference. Yeah.
And
As
more
in what way? Was there just more teams? Was there like
Yes.
I think
look,
teams get
look
better. Teams get better, and they
Teams
get
get
more
better,
people. Like,
more teams, like just like a huge difference in quality, in numbers. Yeah, it's insane. Like I had never expected this growth to be this big and this quick also.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just been super interesting to see this growth in
Yeah,
Europe
that's
and,
awesome.
and in our own countries where we live right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all know like the process like in like the UK? Do you know how they
Yeah,
do
roughly. So they have the same. They have a gold squad, which is their first squad. I know I keep picking up this pen. I've got the,
You
got the
you
gold
do
squad.
whatever you want to do. You keep doing it.
Sorry. They've got this gold squad, which is like their main squad, their GB squad, and they've got the silver squad, which is very similar. So they have a developmental squad and a core squad.
Yeah.
Now they also run several open camps, because I've actually been to one.
Yeah.
And they call them development camps. So again, they're for everyone to
Yeah.
improve their skills, and a way for them to scout. So it is actually it's similar to what we do in Italy now, actually. So they run them a couple times a year. So they'll put out an announcement like GB is holding these open camps. This and this date. Get your registration. All you need is a GB passport, and that's pretty much
Well, and
it.
just to clarify, so like the people who are on the national team already, they'll go to those camps too, right?
You are
And it's like,
expected to be there. Yes.
That's the difference
Yeah,
between
yeah.
ours and
Yep.
theirs.
But
Okay.
to be honest, I don't know the ins and outs.
No,
so
yeah. But I like that though.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the US should do that as well. Is like they need to be going to these camps again to like develop you know, help develop other players, but you know, where it's just like you've got these athletes come to essentially, like, I know you're essentially trying out, right? You're every
Yeah.
single one of these trials you're trying out, and like you want to be competing against the national girls,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, I
and
didn't mean to cut you off. But
yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, keep going. I just,
Great
I,
Britain.
this, I mean, like what Europe's doing, like some of the things y'all are doing, like I actually
Like,
really like.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
the process is I'm agreeing with the process right now.
Yeah, it's
So-
really nice because the
Sure
Italian
smells.
Federation is really trying
Sure.
to like give everyone a chance. Like they really repeat that. Like,
I like
yes,
that.
we have a core of, you know, players that come back every year because they're
Yeah.
just the best players, but
Yeah.
it's open to everyone. And if you show up and you show out, then you're going to be part of the team. Like it's not
Yeah.
restricted at all. So that's what I really like
Hmm.
about, you know, how we do things. And again, like we don't have so many people to choose from. We have to stay open. We have to keep our eyes open to see if there's new talents out there because we're still
Right.
not the best teams, right?
Well, and I like that you guys they're constantly looking, yeah, for new talent because you never know. Like,
Yeah,
and constantly
know.
just looking to make the team better. I like that.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
just to be clear, it wasn't like that, like you were saying, Ambra.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, it was just like, oh, we have these players, we're quite okay with this, never mind. You
Let's
know,
just keep it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
now it's just more like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep it open, let's keep it open. They're really that's what I really like. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's really good. That people feel like I have a chance there. It's not just the same
Yeah.
time. I have a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah,
and, like
the
for
US
US, like you do feel like that there's the trials that they do starting,
Well,
I
they
think
have-
in like February, they start doing, you know, trials. You get to what they've held like 8 of them this year.
like the
Um,
talent ID camps.
Yeah, or yeah.
They
Sorry,
have
sorry.
what
The
they're
talent
called-
ID camps.
Oh yeah, I've
When
seen
did they
them.
start this? It hasn't been going on like a year or two.
Yeah,
They've had what they call
think
our
so.
talent ID camps,
Yeah.
and they'll try to host it at the NFL like practice indoor facilities, like
Mhm.
like the Chiefs indoor facilities.
Yeah, like NFL stadium.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
So, and that is so cool. And they have like all ages. Like you have your youth, and then you have, I want to say it's 18 and above. But
Mhm.
sometimes if maybe like some 16-year-old or 17-year-old is doing so good in the youth side, they'll just bring them up to like the older division.
Cool.
I think, not division.
Yeah.
But anyways, we've had a couple of those, and they have like how those go is you have your combine where it's like 40-yard dash, long jump,
Yeah.
shuttle run, and
Mhm.
then
And then they just do some drills
Yeah.
and then they go and scrimmage.
yeah.
Mhm.
So just kind of like your normal,
Yep.
you know,
And then,
ID
like,
camp.
Maybe people can reach out to you, like, hey,
Yeah.
like they'll email you or something like, hey, we thought you were good.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
yeah.
the ID camps is like you're just trying to get yourself out there.
but
you
the
know, and you have to
USA
start
players
somewhere.
don't come to that. Sometimes they'll come as like a
Well,
coach.
yes, that's what I've seen. Like they
Yeah.
come on as a coach.
Yeah.
But I wish more would do that. I mean,
Yeah, I've only seen
you're
like
still-
one. Like Bree was the only one that came to that one we
Yeah,
went to.
Bree was the only one that came to it. I love that idea where it's just like you have like the national
People
players.
playing.
that
I think that'd be
actually
awesome.
play,
Just to see
you
how
know?
it goes.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
compare
Because at
that.
these talent ID camps, when you scrimmage, they'll put you into random teams. So it's so interesting because you're so used to playing with who you've played with. Like
Yeah.
it's weird to
Chemistry is so
yes,
important.
like playing with a quarterback
is.
that I've never played with. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, and then it's like, is she gonna does she know how fast I'm gonna run this route? Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna sync? And then we scrimmage and then defense. So I think it'd be so cool, like if you had a combination of like the USA players and all these people, and then like you mix up teams and you just see how it goes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so cool. But yeah, so we
Yeah.
have talent ID camps, and then before talent ID camps, though, you would just go to like tournaments and you would just get spotted in a sense to
Yeah.
get invited to what they call a
Right.
USA
If you
trials.
stood out,
Yeah.
I think it was mostly at the USA flag tournaments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They have recruiters and they just, go around. They're just like, hey, you look pretty good. Do you want to come,
And
do
USA
some
trials is invite only.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
they do
60.
they do the first round of trials, invitation only. In March, And I think this year this upcoming March, they've gone down to 60 now. I think it used to be 120.
Oh, really? Was it bigger?
Yeah.
I thought it was always 60, but yeah.
No, because yeah, someone told us that they cut it in half.
Yeah. Well,
Essentially.
and then now aren't they doing it where the same USA players don't? So before, even if you were on the USA team, you always had to try out at these USA trials.
the first round of trials. So
Yeah.
what starts in March, like all like the national players from the previous year, they had to
You
be
still had
there
to try out.
as well.
Because it didn't matter, if you were technically on the team, like everyone try out, which is fair, right? But then now this year they actually said you don't have to try out if you made the team this last year. I think is it just that 5 or is it
No, it's the 12 that made
12,
the
sorry.
team the previous year. So they don't
12
have
that
to
made
be
team don't
there
have to
at
do
the
it.
first round of trials.
Right.
Very interesting. Very,
then-
very, very interesting.
But then after USA trials, that's when they'll have 18, right? It drops down to 18.
yeah, 18.
Yeah,
So
and then
you
they narrow
already
it
have
down.
your 12.
Oh no.
So
That's silly.
we've already expressed that we disagree with that. But that we even think that they should be at talent ID camps, but to just not even like you can move on to the second stage without going to that first trial period. So it's like when you
Yeah.
move down to 18, like there's already 12 players
I think it's just
automatic. You know what I mean?
It's
You know
just
what I
so
mean?
hard in the US now because it's just gotten so big. Like a couple years back, I don't even know if the USA trials has been going on that long, but I think before it was like you kind of got asked, you try it out, to be on the USA team, and that's
It's
how it
like
went,
where
but
y'all are at right now with like Italy,
that was
where
a
it's just
couple
like
years
it's
back.
still
and as it's
developing.
gotten bigger, they've tried to add more things because now kids, like there's girls that we see that are doing flag football starting in high school or even younger, and I'm like, man, what I would give
There's
to
some-
have that.
Yeah,
But
like,
Right.
there's
they're
some
getting
up
more
and coming talent.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
and they're
Yeah.
so young and they're so good already. Like it's just growing so fast. I think they're trying to add more things. I don't know.
They're
It's-
adding more things that like I actually don't think it's going in the right direction. I think it's like
I like what you guys do where it's like everyone comes who's been on the team, and it's like open practice kind of thing because it's like that gives other people an opportunity to kind of show like maybe they'll stand out,
yeah,
I don't know.
or play against that and be like, oh, I gotta get better.
Yes,
I gotta,
yes.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like oh man, I love that.
I know.
Yeah,
Just
and I
a
think
combination of Europe and US.
Yeah.
yeah, and we as players, we always have that feeling that we have to continue proving ourselves because we know we
Yes.
can lose our
It
spot.
keeps you in check. It keeps you honest. It keeps
It
you
does.
humble. It
Yes.
keeps you like, okay, I gotta be better. I gotta.
Yeah.
Plus, what is very interesting is that sometimes players don't make the team, and then next year they make it, and then the next
Yeah.
year they don't make it. So what I know from the US is once you're out forever. Like in
I
Italy,
haven't
It's
seen
crazy. Yeah.
I
No,
know.
it's once you're out forever. Yeah.
and in
comes
Italy,
back
it's not
to-
like that. For example, they gave me the chance to come back from my injury. They're giving
Yeah.
Tika now the chance to come back from her injury, because that's fair. I mean, if you've been a key player, why
Yeah.
not?
Like
Like-
they've seen how good you can be. Like you got
Yeah.
injured. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome. though.
Yeah. So
Very-
it is different. It's
Yeah.
there's for sure similarities
Yeah.
and love that, but then yeah, there are some differences.
Well,
So
what's hard too is like even if teams have won USA flag tournaments, I feel like it's hard because we have USA flag and USA football.
it is
And
very
what's hard,
confusing.
Yeah.
and USA football is what does the talent
Olympics.
ID camps, the trials and the Olympics.
yeah.
So it's hard because USA flag hosts so many tournaments all over, so we all go to that. But I feel like it doesn't necessarily
USA
matter.
football does not. They don't. I think they try to engage, but it feels like they only show up for like the biggest tournament, which is Worlds. like
Worlds.
our
Or they've tried to host their own, like the one, but then they stopped.
they called it the one tournament. I think they only did it for a couple years. I don't know why they stopped doing it because like last year we were getting prepped, or no, it was this year we were getting prepped for it.
Yeah, and then
It's just like the one where it's just like these club teams can go, play at USA football because USA
So then you
football
have
is
more
now
of a
pretty
chance.
exclusive.
Yeah.
And so they don't even have tournaments anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's gotten very hard, to
which it's like in a way it's
Which
a
is
good thing.
good.
Like you're
Because we have so
filtering.
many people
Yeah,
now.
there's
It's like
so
you want
many.
to filter, but
Yeah,
it's hard.
yeah.
Anyways.
I do want to chat about y'all's thoughts about IFAF and the tournaments in Panama. Like what did y'all see like some of the games there? Like what are your I mean like the biggest thing, what are your thoughts about like the ties and the way
yeah.
like the games were abruptly ended? Like and I understand there's weather, but like what
Yeah.
I want to know
What's
your
your guys'
your
thoughts?
thoughts.
Phew. Yeah, I don't know where to start.
Yeah, that
What,
was
what, do
very
you, what do you guys think? Like, what's your opinion on it? I'm really curious to hear.
Indoors.
They should have done. Here's my thing: is you can look at the weather. Like you could do indoor facility. That way, people that are flying from all over the world, it's not a waste. Because
Yeah.
like I would be so mad
can't
if
end in
we
a tie.
co-champions or
No.
something. Like
You can't do that.
that
Yeah.
would make me so mad.
I
Yeah.
get it for people's safety. Like you have to
can't
stop. And so
play,
it's like
yeah.
this might be like a learning experience. And we've kind of talked about like for now on, just get indoor facilities.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah. Or just choose a location where the weather is pleasant.
You know,
it's monsoon season in Panama, and they chose
mean-
that time of year.
Yeah, so I think that's also just like a matter of of choosing the right location in the right time.
yeah.
But yeah, that was very interesting what happened in Panama this year during the Continentals, where USA men versus Mexico men, and the game ended
Yeah.
high, and it just stayed like that because of the bad weather, and it just like we have two champions. I mean, who wants to be
So
like,
weird.
No,
Co-champions.
Yeah.
So
no
weird.
one.
Yeah.
"Oh,
I would like if I were USA, I'd be like, hey, so where do you want to meet up
Like,
in like
rematch.
a week
Yeah.
or so? Like where do you want to
Right,
go?
like,
Like I
there's just
can't
no
do
way to
this.
just like
Yeah.
there should be a way to like either continue the game or just play another game,
Right.
right? You
Yeah.
cannot just
And I feel like everyone's like talking to everyone about it. They're in the same,
Oh, yeah.
agreements where it's just like, why are we tying right now?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
for the girls, it's also pretty.
Because they ended a
Canada
little early
beat
too.
Mexico
Yeah.
in
And here's the thing, Canada was starting to look good. Like
They
they were
Mexico.
they
and
were
then in the
starting to
finals. Go ahead.
I think it just shows like we know USA and Mexico have always dominated, women's flag. But then Canada and Panama like showing this massive improvement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that just really
I
shows
love
how
it though.
oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
How it's just the
So
growth.
we interviewed
Oh.
a girl from Mexico a couple months back, and she mentioned Panama, and I was just like, Panama?
Kinda like, we don't
Panama
know
has a
anything.
team. She's
Yeah.
like, oh no, and they're up and coming. I'm like, no
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
No way. And then to see them at Continental and going against US for bronze, it's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like they have definitely shot up for
So
sure.
actually, fun fact, our
Uh-huh.
QB, our Italian QB is from Panama.
No
What?
way, really?
Yeah.
recruited
Really? So
her
did
this
she
year.
grow up playing flag football, or was she just like, I can huck it?
And I'm pretty sure they wanted her for the national team, but I'm not sure what happened exactly. Oh yes, I think it was she doesn't have the Panama passport. I think she's from Venezuela. Sorry, I can't remember the details. But she has an Italian passport. So we took her.
Oh
Yeah.
She's
we'll take her.
young.
That's
She's young.
She's really young.
How old is she?
Really?
19?
Yeah, something
Oh,
like that.
wow.
Under
That's
20, yeah.
awesome.
And she's
Yeah.
killing it. Like she played with us for the first time during Euroflag in France. This when was it? September.
Right.
Killing it. We're just
Wow.
obviously trying to
Yeah.
find more timing between her and players because she's quick and she
Yeah.
throws hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Something I was like, dang it, like,
Good.
how am I gonna
That's
catch this ball? I
exactly-
just dropped it. I was like, I'm not gonna catch this. What is that?
Good.
But it's interesting. And if we can keep her, I think our team will level up a lot because we also needed that second QB that we never had before. We always had one QB, and it's just not doable anymore because
Right.
every team has two or maybe even three QBs now
Yeah.
doing all these tournaments. But yeah, it's been really interesting how quick all these teams grew. And the funny thing, I mean, what I think what blows my mind is that people are actually scoring against the USA and Mexico right now. Like we are scoring against them. How crazy! Like years ago, that wasn't even a thing. It would always be
Oh, I know.
0-0, and now it's
Yep.
actually becoming fun to watch,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Before it was not fun.
Exactly. It's fun to watch. It's fun to
Mhm.
see like there's
I love
actually some
seeing
good-
teams like come out of nowhere and they've just improved.
well, and the
Yeah.
passion, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like and USA, we really do have so much passion for football.
Mhm.
We
do.
really do. So I'm not saying, you know, the national team doesn't. You can tell like they're just absolutely love the sport.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
from like these other teams, like it is so fun to see because like there's just something to say like I don't and tell me how y'all feel about this, but like with football, it feels like it's so different than like any other sport, right? It's just
Yeah.
so team oriented. I feel like
Mhm.
mostly other sports, it's like if you
You
have
have
like
that
one
one
star,
person
yeah,
that's,
one
like,
star player, like they could probably
kinda
get
carry
the
the
job done.
team.
Yeah. But like
Mhm.
with football, it's just like it's so
Everyone
intertwined. You have to have a
contributes.
good
Yeah.
quarterback. You have to have your good receivers.
Yeah.
Your defense has to
Defense,
have each other's back. It's just
rusher
like the
makes a difference.
yeah, just it is just it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's such a has to be well-oiled machine, has to work
Mhm.
right. And it's just like when you have that and you start to see more of these teams that are just the gears are working, like there's a lot of passion for it. There's more development in the schematics wise, right?
Yeah.
Like there
Well,
it's
it
like
makes
there's
me
more
wish,
studying.
like I could go back when USA first started, like their team, so I could
Mhm.
see what it was like, when you first start up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I
Well,
think it's
because
so
like we
cool.
should have the blueprint, right? Like we grew up playing football. Like we should
Yeah.
have the schemes down. And you're starting to see these other countries like, oh, we can scheme too. We can
Yeah.
study. We can see like, okay, we know this team. We know what kind of defense we need to run.
Yeah.
We know like, okay, like it's just like that. Oh my gosh, I love it. I
Yeah.
just I love it. I love seeing these countries just getting better and develop. And obviously support USA #1. They're
Yeah.
the #1 team, but it is so much fun seeing these
Yeah.
other countries just get into it.
Well, I feel like it makes the game more fun to watch now. You have more
Yeah.
teams that are getting better, and
More
it makes it
competitive.
a better game. Like,
Yeah,
to watch.
absolutely. And I also, like I think in the past years, we've seen this trend where coaches are traveling to coach teams. So we have like, for example, last year we had Katie Sowers from the US. She was
Yeah.
coaching the Italian team. I know there's a Mexican, ex-player from the Mexican men's team that is now coaching in Germany, the national team. So
That is so
there's a lot
cool.
of
Everyone's helping each other out.
Yeah.
exactly, and
Yeah.
that grows the game too,
Yep.
right? Because
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
comes with a new playbook, with a new point of view, with a new strategy, with a new everything, and that just makes the game.
Yeah.
It just
Well, like we talk about like collaborating, right? And it's just like even though like we have our playbooks, we still need to collaborate if we want to develop. And I think the coach Ben for Utah Sting, he's really good at that. He doesn't care if we give our playbook to other teams that are trying to develop here
Yeah.
in Utah, because he's just like, well, first
We
of
want them
all,
to get
we want it
better
to
and
develop.
grow.
We want them to grow. We want more teams here in Utah. And then, second of all, it's this like, okay, they have our playbook. How can we still beat them? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's still
yeah,
a chess match. You don't want to be like, well, we have our own plays and we have our own way of doing things. And so you know what I mean? It's just like, if anything, you're just like, wow, we still beat them even though they have our playbook. You know what I mean? There's this
yes,
like
even better.
mix. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why are we trying to, hide things? So I think it's fun that, I've heard that more coaches are starting to collaborate more.
Branch
They're
out.
starting to, there's more like conventions or expos that,
Yeah.
are held and trying to, develop that way.
Well, a lot of girls that played on the USA team too sometimes end up becoming like recruiters for the USA team, or they'll help coach.
Exactly. Yes,
too.
and it's so important, right? Because I feel like in Europe sometimes when they stop playing, they just really stop being involved. I don't want to say in Europe, but it's what I've seen around me. Like
Really?
we need these girls to continue at least doing something in flag, right? Because they have all the
Yeah.
knowledge of
Yeah.
playing all these years.
Yeah.
Like either you become a coach or maybe
That's
a
crazy,
manager
yeah.
or start your own team, because that's how we keep building.
Yeah,
And
because in the US, it's like you do one thing, and then I feel like forever the rest of their life
Yeah.
they're involved somehow.
Well, Amber, you
That's
were kind of
great.
saying that like when you were thinking about when y'all were thinking about joining the podcast, it's like, well, at some point we'll stop playing. Like, how can we
Yeah.
still continue to
Yeah.
develop? And those kind of people, you just know, like they love the game, and you know, they just want to keep it going, you know. So
Yes. And
yeah.
also, like, we're always saying, oh, we need more women coaching, we need more women in leadership positions, but that happens when these girls actually transfer, like how you say, like
Yeah.
Yes.
like in a different role. Like
Yeah.
if they stop playing and they just stop being involved, then they will never be a leader in the sport
Exactly.
or coach or
Exactly.
even go to the NFL as a coach, right? So we really need to make sure that we can keep these girls involved in the game. It's just so important, especially for a sport like this that is growing, that needs all this support. So I really hope that now there's gonna be more opportunities for girls to stick around and actually have a paid career, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's still so young. I think sometimes we get a little, I even get a little impatient. I'm just like, where are all these female coaches?
Yeah.
It's like, it's still so young. So it's like, you
It
still have
is.
like another generation to be like, okay, I'm no longer a player, but I can pass that on. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
Yes.
we're just now getting into a new generation where it's just like, you've got girls that can pass on, you know, that experience.
Yes.
So it's like, we're
That is
still
true.
need to be a little patient, you know, we're you know, be happy with the develop that
Right.
we have, and continue to strive to you know, keep pushing it. Can I press pause really quick? I have to pee so bad.
Oh no,
I
it's
have-
okay.
Dude, I have to pee so bad.
Yes, no, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
I have another like 10 minutes, but I really have to shoot off because I've got other stuff to do, unfortunately, this evening.
She's got to get up in 10 minutes.
Okay,
So-
No, go ahead.
I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, no, don't worry. I mean, we can always cut this part, but if needed,
will.
we can always schedule like another podcast and talk about something in specific or something. But
Yeah, we can always do that too. I mean, I feel like the only last thing we need to cover, or not need, but we're gonna cover is like the Euro, the
Euro
flag,
flag, yeah, how that
yeah,
happened.
because like we really want to know, because we don't live there, you know, none of us were there, so I think it'd be awesome to know what it was like for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Okay. Yeah, so we'll
She'll-
cover that part.
yeah,
Can we do it in 10 minutes, Teek? We'll give it a try.
I think, yeah,
We'll give it a try.
But
no
we've
worries,
been
Al.
pretty good till now. I think all the things that we wanted to
yeah,
cover, we've been, it's
pretty good,
going.
yeah. So how did the quarterback have an Italian passport if you said Venezuela, right? That she was
Yeah.
originally.
I think one of her parents is
Parents?
Italian. Yeah.
Ancestors, like,
Yeah.
maybe she didn't have the passport already, but she has the nationality. So just like
Right.
me, you can get your passport super quick. So maybe
Yeah.
that's what happened. She didn't have it, but
That's
could
so
have it
cool.
super quick. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
really nice that we have her. Yeah.
Thing. I feel like in Europe, like the different countries are kind of like all the different states here. Like
Yeah.
girls traveling to another
it's-
state is like, I feel like it's very similar when you're in Europe. We're gonna try
Yeah.
to cover the
Yeah,
Euro.
the Euro games, since y'all were there and you guys played there. Yeah.
Yes.
We can get it done in 10 minutes.
Ah, okay. The Euros. Yeah, very interesting tournament. Well, we as the Italian team, we had basically 10 days to restructure our program because 10 days to like build like this squad and just go play and
Cannot imagine.
secure a spot for the World Championships. So our coaches are like the coaches that coached before were sent away. Like they only coached the World Games. They were around for like 3 months and they got sent away for several reasons that we probably shouldn't cover here. But
Yeah.
That's fine.
got new coaches that are bringing something really, really new, strategy wise, and just a whole different program.
Yeah.
So yes, and we actually wanted to take that risk, and we said, okay, just go ahead, do what you got to do. You
Did
got
y'all
10
keep the same personnel though? Like the same roster? Or was the roster
did
also changed as well?
How many players did we keep? Maybe
Oh, well, but it changed quite drastically. There were quite a few offensive players who weren't picked again.
Yeah.
yes, but they maybe have been played before, so it's not an entirely new squad, right?
Yeah.
It's
We rerun the selections. We did the selections again for the Euro, so we didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did like a new selection event. Yeah, 2. Yeah.
So anyways, the Euro. So we expected a bit more from our squad, but like while playing, we realized that, you just don't change a program overnight. Like even
Right.
if we were like super positive and we're like, okay, we're gonna kill it. This feels good during the preparations. You're always competing against each other. It's offense against
Right.
defense, your own team.
Yep.
So you actually don't get a realistic idea of where you are.
Yeah.
So that was a nice realization for us during the Euros. We were just not there yet, but I think we felt that we can get there.
Right.
Right.
So we
There's
had the feeling like,
glimpses.
okay, we just need a bit more time. All we
Yes.
need is time to just get things together and we'll kill it. But we were extremely lucky to end up in the top 8. So
Yeah.
we were actually on the 8th place. And since Germany is hosting, the 7th, was it the 7th? Sorry, 7th place.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
And then Germany's hosting, so they basically drop out of that top 6. So we were actually in the top 6, and
There
we
you
made
go.
it.
There, yeah.
We were so happy because we're like, we know we deserve this, but we know we cannot show it right now.
Yeah.
We
Well,
made
10
it. So,
days, like that's
man,
extremely difficult for you guys to already land where you guys place. Like that's, yeah.
new coaching, completely new defense, like
Oh, wow.
right?
Schematically.
Schematically, yes. Just everything was new, but I'm so glad that we have the chance to rebuild.
Mhm.
We have a whole year now. We're actually planning our next camp, which is going to happen in 2 weeks. So we're starting
Okay.
super early. So
Yeah.
this new coaching staff is making sure that we get there like super prepared finally, because the previous staff would always like schedule camps a bit last minute. We would have like maybe 3 camps to
And
prepare
that's
for.
rough. You can't do that for a national team, you
And
know?
especially now where all the teams are growing every month, basically, we just
Yeah.
need time. So I'm so glad that this coaching staff recognizes that. So I think we're going to
Good.
be good for. But yeah, as for the other teams, what surprised you, Teak? Well, obviously Austria is always very good. GB has been
Yeah.
great.
Number,
Yeah.
What
number
about-
1. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think there's a clear top 4 or 5 that are very, very similar. So we're talking France, we're talking GB, Germany,
Austria.
Austria, absolutely fantastic. I think we're just maybe 5th or so, well, yeah, Spain, and we're probably 6th there. So
Mhm. Okay.
so those top 5 have been consistently performing, I'd say, and they're very similar in terms of performance. So even the game France-Spain was like 40-41. So it was a 1-pointer.
Yeah.
The 3rd and 4th place. Same, GB Austria, 1st and 2nd place was only 2 points
Yep.
difference. So it just shows how close these teams are. It could have been Spain, number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been France. So I think that was really, really clear. But then emerging teams like Slovenia, who was there for the first time, the women's team.
Turkey.
That's amazing.
And
So
the
wait,
fact-
Slovenia, Turkey, what were some other new teams?
Portugal
What-
for the
what-
men's.
for the men's,
Okay.
but yeah, they haven't
Okay.
got a women's team.
Who else? There were quite some. Well, Ukraine, we've been seeing them for a while.
Ukraine has been a while, it's been around.
Because I think there were in total, men and women together, 55 teams competing. So like
Okay.
20 women and 25 men, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those two.
Yeah, there weren't that many new teams, but the interesting thing was they were just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Me and Turkey were just there like, oh my God, we're here.
Yeah.
And I think that really showed the difference in mindset. We were there, we came in stressed, thinking we need to be freaking in the top 6, otherwise we
Yeah.
don't get to the Worlds.
Right.
So we came in stressed, absolutely, like we weren't good. We weren't good. We actually lost games we shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
For example, Slovenia. And it was just such a, like, it was a mindset difference. It wasn't anything to do with physical abilities because
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah.
we've got the athletes. But we lost the game because we were thinking we need to win. And Slovenia was probably, I don't know what was going on in their heads, but they just seemed so calm. And we're like, we're just going to play
They're
our
like, we
game.
just want to play.
They
Yeah.
just did their thing, played
They
their game.
did.
They were not distracted. They were like, we're just happy to be here,
Yeah.
man. We have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Exactly, nothing to lose because they don't have a ranking yet. We have a ranking, obviously, because we've been around for so many years.
Yeah.
And we knew that we had to be in that top. So we knew which games we had to win and we
I-
couldn't lose.
I understand like the pressure though, right? Like there's
Gosh,
you guys are already like held at this, standard, right? And so it's like
yeah.
I understand that. It's just like it sounds like it was just a way of like channeling it into you know what I mean? Like a yes, there is pressure, right? There is a standard, but it's just like
Yeah.
we can still have fun. We
Yeah.
can
Yes.
still,
And that
be
was
as
difficult. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
actually felt it was hard to have fun. I mean, they had fun, but I think there was just like we kept losing games we shouldn't have lost. And I think that's what just like the pressure then started building. Like, oh my God, we actually need to win a game now because if we don't, then
Yeah.
we're out. Like,
yeah.
are we all awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, again, I think we just came in with the mindset of, okay, we need to be in there. We were quite like serious and quite rigid, I think.
Yeah, I think so
Once
too.
it started flowing, and obviously, like you were saying, Amber, a new team. So you had teammates that you probably weren't that comfortable with yet.
Yeah.
And I think that took a bit of a toll on us. So we were, I mean, we came with the aim of top 6. But that was even a struggle, wasn't it, for us, which it had never been in previous years.
Gotcha.
No, but I do feel like what I really loved about this team is that we really stayed together. Like we were lifting each other up, and maybe before there wasn't really
A
a
thing
thing
so
in our
much. We
team.
weren't so much of
Good.
a, yeah.
And
Okay.
we were like, okay, we're all stressed, but we have each other. We were still singing and dancing outside of
Yeah.
games. We're trying
Yeah.
to get that energy back, even if in games it would just not work. And we knew why. We knew why, but we also knew that we belonged there.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's just fight until the end, get that spot. It doesn't matter how we get that spot. We just want to have
And
that
y'all
spot.
got it. Like here's
Yeah.
the thing. I know it's
We got it.
stressful. There's
We
a
got it.
lot of like loses and stuff, but like you guys met your goal.
We
You
did
just
it.
had to make it.
So
That's it. Like it's
that's it. And now we have all the time, like a bit less than a year to really
Yeah.
build this thing that we're trying to build. So I'm extremely grateful that this happened and that we managed to get to this point. And now it's just a matter of working, and getting used to each other and finding
Right.
that timing.
But it's really like interesting how, like I said, you have maybe this top 6 great teams, and then a huge gap,
Huge.
and then other teams that are a
Starting
bit
out.
behind.
Mhm.
And I think that's really interesting to see. Like it's probably a budget thing, how much money is going into a program. For example, Germany has completely taken all their money out of the tackle program and completely invested in
Oh wow.
really
Germany. Sorry, France.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't
yeah.
even-
okay.
Still though, that's crazy that they're taking money out from
Yeah,
tackle.
And
to-
all that money has gone into flag, and I mean, it paid off in the Euros. They were absolutely smashing
Yeah.
it. They were
Yeah.
so, I mean, they
Money helps, man. Like
Well, I
it
was about to
definitely
say that.
is.
Like, honestly, there's countries like they're still pay like the athletes are still paying their own ways to all these national team
Yep.
tournaments.
Yeah,
Like
dang.
we with the Italian team had the luck that it's never been like that. We always had everything paid for. But I
Yeah.
know the Dutch team that also showed up for the first time. I totally forgot to mention that the Dutch team.
Okay,
girls.
Dutch.
Oh, the
Okay.
Dutch team. Yeah. Yeah.
So they had to pay, like they had to start like a GoFundMe, get money together, and then
Wow,
still
really?
every athlete had to like pay a part to get to the tournament. Like, can you imagine? And then if you think about the Netherlands, which is a very rich country, we have,
Mm.
I mean, the Netherlands has great organization, has great jobs, very
Mhm.
multicultural, but with flag football, it's not taking off yet. But we
Yeah.
are huge in sports in general. Like we have a lot of great athletes and a lot of great sports in the Netherlands, but there was just no budget for flag football yet. And obviously with the federation, we're working towards that, but it's not easy. It's just not easy. So budget is always, it remains a problem for a lot of teams in
Teams,
Europe,
Yeah.
a lot. And even imagine like the African tournaments, like a lot of African teams dropped out because there was no money.
Rough.
Dang.
Rough. It just shows you like the commitment, and it's just like just keep going. Keep it's gonna work out because like this game is so much
gonna
fun.
pay off.
Just like
It
keep
is.
pushing it. Like you guys got it. Keep doing it. Because it's like
Thank you.
eventually like when your country gets bigger, you start more people are invested, and then you can get more investors, and so it's like it'll get there.
It will get there.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen sooner or later,
Yeah.
rather sooner or later, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Love it.
Talk about like the difference for like them. I don't like the tournament with like the. Remember how Ben was saying like what's the difference between like playing at Euro versus like stuff with US? I don't know. Remember Ben was
as
saying to ask-
playing it or as like the process? We've already talked about like the process.
No,
of-
not process. Like just playing at a big tournament like that in just Europe because they said it's different.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. It's fine.
Did we talk
Yes,
about like
right.
the leagues here, like
Not the
in
leagues,
or
just
not the league? Sorry, the leagues like USA flag, like it's brand different than compared to
I thought
Europe,
I
right?
thought he meant something different. It's okay. Never mind. Sorry.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
I'm also
Forgot.
conscious of
I
time, like,
forgot.
I can't stretch out much more. So
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah. I think we're
Yeah.
we can wrap it up. We have to get off anyway.
but-
Sorry.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Well, it's been
Ah,
fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah.
See ya.
Sorry to meet you
Just keep on
guys.
talking.
We can literally be like talking for hours here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks y'all. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
it.
so
We
much.
appreciate your time, your knowledge. And don't be surprised if we kind of DM y'all here and there to be like, hey, did y'all see that? Or
Yeah.
hey, what do you guys think about this? It's
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, please do.
get ready for those.
Yeah, and let's really find ways to collaborate. I mean, again,
I know,
we're
and
really
both build
open.
each other up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely. We're really open to that. So thank you so much for your time as well and for your
Yeah.
questions. It's
Yeah,
a
of
really
course.
nice discussion, really fun, really eye-opening as well on certain
Yeah.
topics for us. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Hey,
guys.
thanks. We'll
Thank
move on.
you. We'll stay in touch.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. Ciao.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Okay, bye all.
Bye bye.